is. Hey, I want to welcome you guys. Hey, my name is Jameson Sharp, and this is
Tyson Kilbey.
And this is
Elizabeth Henderson.
And you are listening to the Jiu Jitsu Takedown podcast. Now, my today's guests, they are known in the Kansas City area, for Gracie Jiu Jitsu. Tyson here, he is not only a coach, but he's an instructor in Gracie Combatives. Is that right?
Yes.
And not only that, he knows what's Gracie personally. Brings him in all the time. It's like, dang, man, we know all these people. And, his little sidekick over here, she does the women's empowerment jiu-jitsu. Tell me, what is it again?
Yeah, it's Women's Empower, which is a self-defense program specifically for women, using leverage and technique versus strength.
Beautiful, fantastic, it's interesting stuff. And I know if you're a lady out there, if you have not tried a women's empowerment jiu-jitsu seminar, you need to. It gives you self-confidence, it gives you all these benefits. But we're not talking about that today. We'll get to that later because we're going to be talking about her journey in jiu-jitsu as well. But today's main guy we'll be talking about is Tyson Kilbey. Tyson,
yes.
tell us about your jiu-jitsu journey.
I love it. So my jiu-jitsu journey kind of starts with, I think a lot of people we have in common with this, without jiu-jitsu, it starts in martial arts. When I was 5 years old, I was watching a movie on TV and I saw this guy beating everybody up. His name was Bruce Lee. And I was like, man, this is so awesome. And I just couldn't stop watching it. It was Enter the Dragon.
Sure.
And my mom at the time, she was divorced from my dad. It was just me and my mom. And she's like, do you want to learn this stuff? And I was like, yes, I absolutely want to learn martial arts. And so she took me to the local martial arts school. And I immediately fell in love with just the martial arts way and kind of like lifestyle. And I did that for a long time. And since I was there so much, she must have taken a liking to the instructor because she ended up getting married to the instructor.
Wow.
So my stepdad was the instructor, and so I trained from the age of 5. That was in Hawaii. I'm actually from Hawaii. People ask me why am I here, but I love Kansas, Hawaii, whatever. I'm going back soon. Anyway, so he had a school. We were training in the early 90s, about 93, and many people know what happened in 93, right? And so we had our karate school going, and by that time I'd been training for many years, and we had a doctor that trained us. He was an orthopedic surgeon. He had the big screen TV, and he's like, hey, there's this thing going on called the Ultimate Fighting Challenge,
right.
And it's pitting different style against style, and it'd be kind of cool. So I'm 16 years old at the time. The whole school's there, and we're talking. We have our theories about who's going to win and this and that. And so we're watching on the big screen, and I'm like, okay, I'm watching. I'm like, hey, boxer. Oh yeah, those guys are tough. Always, I see this guy, this smaller guy, he's shaking him down. It's mounted position. The guy's tapping out. He wins. I mean, you guys know the story. I mean, this isn't a story that people don't know. And ultimately, this guy who looked smaller, looked less athletic, beat all these other styles and that sort of thing. I was like, wow, this is the greatest thing. And so at the time, it was kind of like, we got the old VHS tapes, and we watched the Gracies in actions, and we kind of tried it and this and that. And that was my first introduction to jiu-jitsu. And so martial arts has always been part of, for a long time, been the fabric of my life, and I really enjoyed it. But that kind of changed everything for me. But I didn't get a chance to start that. Life continued on. I graduated high school, went back to Hawaii for a little bit, and very early on, actually at 21, just after 21 years old, I became a deputy sheriff.
Is that right?
Yeah, law enforcement. And I would still train sporadically and that sort of thing, but in law enforcement, I would work in the jails and on our SWAT team and patrol, and then eventually to the training unit where we train in defensive tactics and stuff like that. And it kind of brought me back to my younger days of training martial arts and thinking about jiu-jitsu. And that's when I kind of reconnected with my kind of love for jiu-jitsu 2008, 2009.
Okay.
And by that time, it had kind of spread a little bit more. So I kind of started hooking up with people who train, that have trained jiu-jitsu. I was looking at some of the DVDs and videos that were out and stuff like that. And I luckily found the academy that I'm at now. About 10 years ago, started training. It's this same school, but not at this location.
Gotcha.
And I immediately fell in love with it. And so, being a teacher, being a law enforcement officer, being someone who just loves jiu-jitsu, I just continued to train, go to law enforcement instructor school, and just learning as much as I can. And it's done so much for me, not just in terms of being a law enforcement officer, just in life and happiness and what have you. And so I've met some amazing people through my training, and now I do jiu-jitsu all the time. I don't even know, there's not a day that I don't do jiu-jitsu. Even when I'm not on the mat, I'm doing jiu-jitsu. I've embraced it so much, and my passion, is not just doing jiu-jitsu, it's teaching jiu-jitsu.
Right.
You know, and having others kind of light up when they learn it.
That is like a foundational cornerstone in jiu-jitsu, is helping others and teaching others.
Yes.
You know, help them protect themselves and self-defense. You know, you do a bunch of classes, and that's really interesting. Tell us a little bit about what you do for classes.
Yeah, I mean, we just today, we just got done with a Women in Power class, a women's self-defense class. There was 29 women and 5 assistant instructors, and it was just high energy. And many of them today had kind of heard of jiu-jitsu, but had no idea, and they were just introduced to the concept of self-confidence, of leverage and technique over strength and what have you. And it's just high energy, and it's a blast. I mean, before that, we had our Combatives class. We had an open mat where we were rolling around. It's been a busy, fun day, but we go around, and I know we'll talk to Elizabeth a little bit later, but we've taught. I like teaching all kind of groups of people, not just women, not just kids, not just young 22-year-olds who want to get into MMA. I just like, it's all jiu-jitsu, it's just looking at it in a different lens. So yeah, we're teaching that all over, and it's kind of what lights my fire, you know? I was like, man, I love jiu-jitsu.
And, you know, I get that completely because, you know, not only recently did I get back into jiu-jitsu, but last night when Hoyler was in town, for the record, Hoyler was at my academy at Gracie Kansas City, visiting all of us, which he does a couple times a year. You know, I'm just sitting around I'm doing my photo things, and we're training and everything, and all of a sudden, out of nowhere, I get a promotion. I'm like, dang, man, that's awesome. So it's my first one. And I was like, all these years I've been doing this off and on, and finally I get one. But if you persevere, that's what happens. You know, like I think Grandmaster Elio used to say, a black belt is a white belt, just didn't quit.
Yes.
Yes. But you know, it's interesting you teaching class because you're a brown belt, right?
Yes.
And if you know anything about the belt system in jiu-jitsu, a blue belt to an average citizen is dangerous. Okay, a purple you do not want to mess with at all. Okay, on the competition level, they will just mop the floor with you. A brown belt, they're almost black, and the instructors already, it's game over. You won't even see it coming. So that's kind of how the belt system goes. But you know, tell us about your students. Are they just, you know, people that walk in off the street more interested about jiu-jitsu? Do they stick around? Or they, you know, tell us a little bit about the personalities about it.
Yeah, I love it. That's a great question. I'm glad you asked that. It's like I teach group classes every week, Combatives class, basics, some master sight, more of our advanced rolling and stuff like that. But I also do a lot of kind of like back in the old days kind of stuff, the way jiu-jitsu was spread initially, private lessons. I enjoy teaching one-on-one private lessons. And right now, my youngest student is 4 years old, and I have a student also in his 60s. I also have doctors, lawyers, MMA guys. I have the whole gamut in terms of students. And what I constantly tell people, and Elizabeth's trained with me a lot, is it's all jiu-jitsu. It's just connecting jiu-jitsu to a different, somebody who's looking at it from a different lens. I even said that today in the Women in Power class. It's like, women's self-defense is men's self-defense. It is, you know, self-defense for police officers. It's all the same. It's just that we're all looking at it from a different lens, you know? So I feel like I'm always doing jiu-jitsu no matter the class. And it's almost fun for me, you know, if I'm training with the young guys that are tough, it's almost fun to take a break and maybe train with the guy who's got a family, who's not trying to win IBJJF or not tournaments and stuff like that. He just wants to do self-defense. It keeps it fresh for me because although it's all jiu-jitsu, it's kind of a different pace, a different kind of look at what we're doing. Are we doing the self-defense today? Are we doing the competition, gi, no gi? Are we mixing in MMA? And you know, I love it all. So my students, I have people, they've trained other martial arts, they've never trained before they met me, they're young, they're old, they have this and that, and we don't care that you're rich on the outside, we don't care that you're this or that, we're all on the mat getting better and just having fun. So that's my students, and that's all students.
Exactly, just like, you know, when we put the gi on, we come in, we bow to Grandmaster Elio for class, before and after class, and then we bow to each other. And, you know, when you come onto the mat, you're supposed to bow, because it's kind of like emptying your cup, you know, letting go of your ego and your outside worldly, you know, self, so to say. You come on, you're all equal, you're all here to learn, and that's what makes it so powerful. It truly is powerful stuff. You know, you do law enforcement stuff, which is very interesting, not only to our jiu-jitsu brothers and sisters, but we got some Leos out there that, you know, are more interested in about the seminars you do. Tell us a little bit about that, you know, things you do for them.
You guys, I mean, law enforcement and jiu-jitsu is a match. A lot of the struggles and the problems in our career, not all of them, but many of them are answered within jiu-jitsu. I told kind of a scenario today to the Women Empowered group. Was like, one reason I love jiu-jitsu so much is that, you know, in law enforcement, I can't be sitting in my patrol car and have someone say, we got a disturbance at this bar, and I can't come back and say, well, how big are they? Oh, 6'2", 250? Sorry, that's not my weight division. I need to get a cop. No. So you may be attacked by someone who's bigger or on drugs or this or that, and that's one of the appeals to jiu-jitsu for me. And here's the other amazing thing about jiu-jitsu for law enforcement, and I believe this for the vast majority of cops and law enforcement, is we want to control, we want to keep everybody safe, but we don't want to cause extra damage if we can. Sure. The vast majority of us. And that's the other beautiful thing about jiu-jitsu is imagine that, something that works against bigger, stronger people, but also allows you to control them without causing unnecessary damage. Sure. I mean, that connection, if you have to see that. That's what law enforcement is looking for. Now, does it take work? Yes. Is there politics involved? Yes, all of that stuff. But I found that the jiu-jitsu and law enforcement, the problems we face, a lot of those answers can be found there. And I think law enforcement, sometimes we're ahead of the curve, sometimes we're behind the curve. I think we're really starting to catch on. There's movements to make it mandatory for law enforcement. More and more guys cops are contacting me from, you know, all over.
Sure.
Saying, hey, I want to get this in. I want to learn jiu-jitsu. And there's a lot of work to do, but man, we are on the right path. It's exciting.
You know, you've had several students in law enforcement that, you know, have gone on and used your techniques.
Yes.
You got a quick story for us about that?
Yeah, I don't want to necessarily isolate one, but
Sure.
I mean, we had, if you think about it, just in the Kansas City area, a guy I met recently had a viral video.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yes, and he's a super cool guy, very skilled martial artist, but that's just one of many. I mean, I love going to the, you know, Hoises schools, the GSTs, and that sort of thing, because you meet with people and the stories you hear are amazing. And yes, I mean, the life-saving stuff.
Absolutely.
I just shared an article on my social media.
You did.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yes,
Yeah, the
I
officer
saw
who
that.
was like, man, because of jiu-jitsu, it was a life-saving situation. It could have been bad. It was a father and son fighting. He used jiu-jitsu techniques, and you know, basically from the facts at hand, it could have gone another way. It could have gone lethal very easily.
Right.
And he used jiu-jitsu, and everybody's here to talk about it and learn.
And that's extremely important, you know, when these officers out there on the beat, they're serving our communities. You know, I get that some people out there don't see that. They don't see the other side of the coin. But truly, these guys, they want to use what am I trying to say?
You don't want to cause unnecessary damage.
Exactly.
You don't want to hurt people. The vast majority. I mean, it's not good.
No.
It's not what we signed up for.
They're here to serve and help us.
Yes.
Yeah, so Elizabeth, right?
Yes.
Okay, let's hear about your journey. This has got to be interesting.
Yeah, so anyone who knows me, they're like, oh, small female, never would guess that I would be involved in jiu-jitsu. And every time I tell people that, they always give me this double take look, like, really, are you sure? I'm like, yes, I'm sure I do this. But it was about 3 years ago, I came into Midwest Martial Arts to my first class with Tyson, and I'd never been in a fight before, but I'd seen friends of mine who had been sexually assaulted, and I've had different situations myself which were very near. It could have been a really bad situation, and I was like, I don't want to run into this again, and I need to have some tools in my belt that I can use to be able to protect myself. And so I came in my first class. Tyson actually asked me, he was like, hey, you know, why are you here? What do you want to learn? And I was like, well, basically, I just want to be a badass. But my real goal was that I wanted to learn how to protect myself and how to feel confident with my skills. This whole Gracie Jiu Jitsu has gone above and beyond my expectations.
Oh yeah.
You know, that first day where they're like, hey, you know, we're gonna have someone mount you, try to get out of there, and I'm struggling. I'm trying to do like the groin strikes, the punches, the flailing around, the things that you think automatically come to you. It's a high stress situation. You're pinned to the ground on that, and I couldn't get out. I was like, wow, I feel so weak. I feel so vulnerable.
Yeah.
And then Tyson, as an instructor, he showed me, like, hey, I'm going to show you how to get out of this now.
Yeah.
And instead of using strength and like muscling your way out of it, he showed me how to use leverage and technique. And that is the powerhouse that with Gracie Jiu Jitsu, because as a woman, normally if someone's going to be attacking me, they're probably going to be stronger, they're going to be larger, and I need a tool that I can use that's not just relying on strength.
Exactly. Now, since you've been, actively training Gracie Jiu Jitsu, tell us and the viewers out there, especially the women viewers out there, how it's changed your life. I mean, you've got to be more confident now.
Yes.
Tell us.
Yeah,
this is
I will.
interesting.
Yes. So for all women out there, I cannot recommend this program enough. Not only do I feel much more secure and confident with my skills, I'm able to just portray this confidence with everyone I meet. And I feel like, yes, it teaches me self-defense, it teaches me how to protect myself, but it's above and beyond that. In high school, I really struggled with just feeling very insecure and with bullying and with just all the things that a lot of teenage girls deal with. And there's a lot of that feeling of, wow, maybe I'm not good enough, that low confidence. And at one point, I was actually suicidal in high school.
Oh, is that right?
And I was able to recover from that, but jiu-jitsu brought back my confidence. It brought back my ability to believe in myself and trust my intuition.
Your self-esteem probably
Yes.
rose quite a bit too.
Yes, exactly, it did.
And now you're helping other women in our community with what the teachings Tyson and the Gracie families passed on to you.
Yeah, like Tyson said, fuel to my fire. Teaching other women, sharing this with other women is what keeps me going, what makes me so motivated about this. Because every single woman needs to know this. And I think as women, we're not looking for a protector. We're looking for a sword. We're looking for something to protect ourselves with and defend ourselves. If we don't need someone else to protect us, we want to be able to protect ourselves. And this is just right in line with what women are looking for and what women need.
Now, since you've been helping Tyson teach all this stuff, has one of your former students come back up to you and say, hey, I got a quick story for this work. You got one of those yet?
We get this all the time from women. We get this all the time from women. I've had women come up to me, literally in tears, and they're saying, hey, I had this situation happen to me, and I had no idea how to get out of this. And through this technique that we learned in this class, and this is just a 2-hour class, some technique that they learned, wow, I wish I had known this. This would be incredible for me to learn. And these women are just in tears. So they're like, I'm so grateful that I have this skill now because I don't have to be afraid anymore. I know how to protect myself. And I'm just so excited for the future of this, and I'm looking forward to us being able to do more than just the 2-hour classes, and hopefully make this more of a full program for women.
Yeah, that would be pretty awesome. Now let me ask you this, has a prior student come back up to you and said, hey, I used that technique in real life not too long ago?
I'm trying to think. I've had that with the verbal.
Okay.
So there's with the Women Empowered program, we're obviously teaching physical self-defense. And I haven't had someone come up to me with that yet. I expect someday I will.
It will.
But here's the thing, you don't calculate by how many punches they go out there and throw or how many chokes they go out there. You think also about all the fights that can be avoided through verbal jiu-jitsu, emotional jiu-jitsu, and through portraying just confidence. Because you just portraying confidence as you're walking down the street, looking someone in the eye. That alone is going to make a tackler be like, okay, I don't want to attack that person. So we can't calculate all the fights that are avoided and missiles that are
No, you
avoided.
cannot, but I'm sure it's a plan.
Yes.
Yes, because teaching confidence, it does a trick. Now Tyson, I'm going to get back to you real quick here. You've been traveling, doing some jiu-jitsu, haven't you?
Yes.
Tell us a little bit more about that.
Yeah.
It's got to be interesting to the guys out there who actually, travel as well for jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I've been a martial artist for a long time, and it just seems like jiu-jitsu, there's something magic about jiu-jitsu in terms of the connections you make with someone else who does it. So traveling and doing jiu-jitsu, I mean, there's a wrong way to do it, but for the most part, there's so many networks and connections now, especially with us being connected more with the internet and other means. But it's so great that I can go to, I can go down to Texas or Arkansas or California, or even I'm going to Hawaii or Atlantic City and just meet with somebody and train and be speaking the same language already. It's like you don't even know them, but you know them.
Sure.
You know what I mean? And there's a lot of affiliations and stuff like that, but yeah, the Gracies with the CTCs and the Hoist networks and Boiler and all these networks, you can just get together and travel and train, and I've traveled all over the country, and I love training and meeting people, and the things that we're doing, you learn something different, and you see differences, but you also see like a lot of commonalities, which is cool. You'd be down in Texas doing the same thing that you're doing here in Kansas, Missouri, or up in Iowa, whatever.
Exactly. We got a blue belt out of our academy named Sonny, and he's in the military, and he loves to roll. He went down to Florida for some training. All right, and, he came back and he was telling us the guys down there they roll differently, but they singled him out one day. It was like, Sonny, you just roll differently. What are you guys doing up there in Kansas City? Because you are hardcore.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was awesome. So that's pretty neat. And I got a quick story that Hoyler shared with us last night about Hoist too. Hoist was there. So they were they were walking home from school down in Brazil many years ago when they were children. And Hoist and Hoyler have been training already for 5-6 years in Jiu-Jitsu with their whole family, the whole clan down there in Brazil, the ranch. And they were walking home from school, and this little boy came up to him, I guess with a stick or something, and tried to rob him or stick him up. And Hoist looked at Hoyler looked at Hoist and was like, is this guy for real? And I guess Hoist got upset, and I guess they portrayed confidence by laughing and not running away and not giving up their, I guess, whatever the kid was trying to steal. But anyway, Hoist got upset. When the kid took off, Hoyler started running after him. And Hoist was like, what are you doing? Just let him go. And, and several years ago out in LA, Hoist and Hoyler were together and they were driving in Hoist's his car. So they went to 7-Eleven. I think they get some water or whatever they were getting. They come outside 7-Eleven and there's this guy inside Hoist's car. And Hoyler looks at Hoist. Hoist looks at Hoyler and is like, what's going on here? Getting out of my car? And so Hoist walks up to the guy and is like, hey, buddy, I think you got the wrong car. And the guy jumps out and was trying to, I guess the steering wheel was all messed up.
Yeah.
And the guy was trying to hop on the car.
That was the wrong car for a lot of reasons.
Exactly. Well, the guy jumped up, took off running, and Hoist started going after him, and Hoyler was like, what are you doing? Just let him go.
This is being a good big brother.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So it was kind of the reverse situation in their lives, several years later. But that's a little story that Hoyler shared with us about the Gracie brothers last night, which is absolutely phenomenal.
I think we hit on the key points. It's amazing all the journeys that we have, the stories that we have in Jiu-Jitsu, and what it can do for people. And there's a reason why it's spreading around. There's a reason why we're all excited about it. You know what I mean?
That's very true.
Actually, I will say something. I think, and I said this to a few people today, I think the absolute hardest class, and I've been on brown belt and training for 10 years, martial arts for a long time, the absolute hardest class is class number 1.
Right.
Is getting on the mat. I'm always so proud of the people that walk in here for that first day. Because think about it, you're thinking, oh, this club, are they gonna like me? Am I gonna be good enough? I know my partner's not gonna be happy because I'm the new person and all that stuff. And I can tell you this, that there are many academies, many schools out there. They want you. They want you to be there, and you're gonna find out once you take that step, even though you're thinking about it. It's going to be most likely one of the best steps you've ever taken in your life. And not only is it going to be self-defense, you're going to include it in everything you do. For whatever successes I've had in my life, I can almost always point it back to some point of Jiu-Jitsu. Sure. In terms of confidence at work, in teaching in other areas, whatever it is, I use the Jiu-Jitsu mindset for so much. I really like and appreciate the Gracie family and what they've done, because I can repay them in the sense of sharing with others, but ultimately take that first step. And I know it may take 6 months, it may take a year. You may look it up on the computer. You may watch some YouTube. You may even drive by the local Jiu-Jitsu school on the way to work several times, and that's cool. But get out there and do it, and
yes.
You're gonna enjoy it. You're gonna love it. So we're always proud and welcoming of the people that just put themselves out there and try it out.
It's true. Here's the deal. You walk into a Jiu-Jitsu academy or a place that offers Jiu-Jitsu training, it becomes your family. Not only that, I hooked up with him recently, and you know what? Before you know it, we're all connected, and it's like one huge family. You all know the same people, and you run in the same circles together. So, this was a big deal for me. not too long ago, a lot of my brothers who are in the military or I served with are still back on the East and West Coast, and they're still going to war and everything. And I was pretty lonely right here. There's only a few guys I know out here that actually, runs in the same circles as I did. But when I walked back into an academy, man, things just changed literally in a week. I started getting surrounded by good people. My psychology actually went up. My emotional health became a lot better because I wasn't so difficult to be around, and I knew I was going to get myself better. And that's a big thing. You got people around you to support you, help you along your way, and be gentle along the way. And most importantly, care for you. So I appreciate you guys watching out there. I want to thank Tyson here for coming on. Really appreciate you. I want to really thank Elizabeth for joining us. This is really awesome. And I want you to tell them how they can find you.
Oh, well, yeah. So my name is Tyson Kilbey. We are Gracie Jiu Jitsu Overland Park, Kansas. And then I have my company, Top Firearms Instruction. You can teach a lot of firearms and self-defense there too. Our website, www.topfirearmsinstruction.com. So I'm there, and I love connecting with everybody on all forms of social media. So I can't wait.
Yeah, you wrote a book too about firearm instruction.
Yes.
Tell them about it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Fundamental Handgun Mastery. Yep, you can get it on Amazon, paperback and ebook. And I've gotten, I teach firearms the same way I teach jiu-jitsu. It's a very similar mindset from mastering the basics and for taking it forever, whether you want to be in competition, whether you need it for self-defense. So I really enjoy it. Firearms is my other pack. Firearms, jiu-jitsu, there's so many connections and commonalities, but I do that as well, and I train in classes constantly and teach that as well. So if you're interested in that, whether you have no experience or you shoot and compete all the time, firearms is my other love as well.
If you may be out there watching, and you're a law enforcement officer, or you're just generally interested in jiu-jitsu, and you're in the Southern Overland Park area, or your department needs a guy like this, contact us here. I'll give you his information. It's no problem. His information's already out there, but contact him. It will change your department because it is your duty and responsibility as a chief commander or whatever your rank may be of that department to get your guys covered. And, like they say, there is no bad students, only bad instructors. And let me tell you, he's a good instructor. He really is. Hey, Elizabeth, tell us where all the people can find you.
So I am also really interested in the health realm, and I have a business that uses hair mineral analysis to assess nutritional deficiencies and stress patterns in the body to help to my health a lot. And it kind of goes hand in hand with jiu-jitsu because jiu-jitsu is kind of like a full, has the physical health, the emotional health, all that. So they kind of go hand in hand. You can find me on Instagram at Biocompass, and my website is www.thebiocompass.net. So you can find me there. And I share stuff about the Women Empowered program as well as a lot of stuff.
Incredible. That's so awesome. Well, I appreciate you both coming on here and hanging out with me and talking about your jiu-jitsu journeys and things you do and how we're helping the community. That's changed your lives. And for those of you guys that do not know me, my name is Jameson Sharp. They call me Doc. Please connect with us here at the Jiu Jitsu Takedown podcast. We'd love to have you all over social media. So wherever you may be, please connect with us. Please comment down below, subscribe. And I guess until next time, catch you later. Hey, thanks a lot. Have a good one.